Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to the Scan Tool Network. In this video we're going to be doing a comparison video between the iCarsoft CR Max versus the Autel MD808 or similarly the MD806. Both of these tools are priced quite similarly and the functionality is pretty similar in some cases but is vastly different in others, so I'm going to get into that and explain to you the differences between the two kits. First of all, this tool is available at Diagnostic World. Well, they're both available at Diagnostic World. In fact, I'm going to put the links in the description below this video to show you both of these tools. It is important that you go through the links because both of these tools there are fakes and there are clones on the market, and you really don't want to go down the route of getting a fake or clone because it can damage the tool, it can damage the vehicle that it's touching as well. So Diagnostic World is the place to go for both of these tools. Links in the description below the video. Now when it comes to price, this tool is currently priced at £359. This tool is currently priced at £349. These prices are subject to change obviously, so just bear that in mind if you're watching this video you know, a year or so down the line from when it was made. So who are these tools aimed at? I would say they are kind of both aimed at car enthusiasts, DIYers, and then also in cases small garages, workshops, mobile mechanics, or anybody who wants to look after their car but they maybe have quite a range of cars to get through or a range of cars to look after, like a fleet manager or a garage workshop or just an enthusiast, you know. So that's who it's aimed at. Now both of these tools, they are sort of quite hard wearing. They've got a very tough and rugged sort of feel about them, with the really hard sort of rubber surrounds on them. When it comes to the actual tool itself, this one, as you can probably see, it's a tablet. This one is actually just purely a diagnostic tool, so this one can only ever be used as a diagnostic tool. But this one here, you do get the option to where is it? Go back to the main screen if I find it, and then you can go on. You can use the internet. So it is a tablet as well as a diagnostic tool. When it comes to manufacturer coverage, we'll have a look at the iCarsoft CR Max. There might be some similarities, but I'll show you the listing. It's a scroll system here. In fact, what I'll do is I'll go for the USA first of all, and I might break it up and make it a bit easier for you. So those are the USA manufacturers. These are the European. Now you see here there's like a cloud with an arrow in it. That means there is an update available, and I'll come to that in a moment. So these are the European manufacturers. CV means commercial vehicle for that VW there. And then with Asian vehicles, there we go. So for the MD808, we'll go to scan. You go to Asian, and these are the manufacturers covered on this one. So if we scroll down, and then European. Just pause the video if you need to get a closer look at any of these. And then we go to the American market. Okay, so those are the manufacturers. When it comes to the systems within these manufacturers or the system coverage, it's generally the case that it will cover all of the systems which are included in the vehicle. The differences between the two tools is that this tool here, say for example we're in a BMW right now, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll select BMW. It will show us it'll ask us to select the vehicle. It'll show us the long list of all potential systems that it can actually diagnose. Whereas this one, what this will do is it will instantly sort of do a quick scan. It'll recognize which systems are available to diagnose, and then it will allow you to diagnose. So for this one, you may get a list of like 120 systems, but not all of those are going to be relevant to your car. This will only show you systems that are relevant to your car, and it will therefore allow you to diagnose relevant systems. So you don't get a huge list. You may get a list of like 20 or 30 on this tool, but trust me, it is better doing it this way. Are they wireless? No, this none of these tools are wireless. This tool currently has a cable in the top. One end is in here, the other end is going into the other end of the the diagnostic port. This tool has an internal battery, that's how we're able to get this on, but you see the connection there. There's a cable runs from that port there into the diagnostic port of the vehicle. So none of them are wireless. Now when it comes to special functions, as I'm going through this tool here, you'll notice that there is quite an annoying beep, and you can turn that off, so don't worry about that. In fact, I'll just show you how to do that. Go to setup, go to beep, off, and I think it just makes the experience an awful lot better. Okay, so when it comes to service functions or special functions, if we look at the MD808 first of all, we're going to service. We've got oil service reset, electronic park and brake, steering angle sensor, DPF, new battery registration, and throttle adaptation, and adjust AF. Now when it comes to the iCarsoft CR Max, we have a lot more special functions to get through. So in a nutshell, really quickly, oil service reset, electronic park and brake, steering angle sensor, throttle adaptations, DPF regeneration, battery registration, ABS brake bleeding, injector coding, TPMS, air suspension calibration, air conditioning, headlamp, body stability, engine control, transmission adaptations, airbags, seats, doors, windows, roof, fuel pump prime, air filters, engine idle, and a few more as well. So this is where this tool kind of comes into its own. All of the tools will diagnose all of your main systems, like the engines, the airbags, the ABS, transmissions. Both of them will do your oil service, but this one will really do a lot more when it comes to service functions as well. And as we touched on price earlier, yeah, this is £10 more than this, but for the extra £10, I personally feel that you're getting a much better kit. So when it comes to live data for these tools, you'll get live data for both. Live data on all of your systems, so live data for your engine systems, live data for your DPF, live data for your ABS sensors, you name it, you get live data. And this tool will also give you this. Actually, they'll both give you graphing actually, but this tool obviously has a bigger screen, so you're going to get a better view of what's going on for the graphing there. When it comes to updates for these tools, both of these tools are free for life. So this tool, you do need to plug it into a computer to update. This tool, it's just a simple click on the, where is it? Looks like the upgrade option there, and that will allow you to update the tool to get the latest software on, but they're both free for life. When it comes to help and support for this tool, you need to contact the manufacturer. For this one, you just need to go into, there's like remote desk options and support, and then that gives you quick links to the iCarsoft engineers who will get in touch with you, and they'll look at the problem that you've got, and they'll help you out with that. So that's a really good feature to have for the CR Max. Both of these tools, well, this tool will allow you to print. They'll both allow you to print actually. This one's a bit more long-winded. You need to transfer data to your PC. This one allows you to create a report on screen, and then you can email it to an email address, and then it will allow you to print it off from the email. So this one creates kind of like a professional sort of looking report. So if you wanted to hand it over to a customer, it looks a lot more professional when you do that. So when it comes to the power supply for these tools, as I mentioned earlier, this tool does have an internal battery, but you do need to connect it to the vehicle via a cable. This tool doesn't have an internal battery, so the only way you can turn this screen on is by plugging in the USB port to there for the updates, or by plugging it into the vehicle itself. Screen size, this one has a 7-inch screen, this one has a 4-inch screen. Languages available, both of these tools support many languages. I'm not sure what is on this one at the moment, because you set it up in your, when you do your updates. So this has like four languages here, but trust me, when you do updates you can add on additional languages, and you can add on about 30 different languages on there. So don't worry if your language isn't covered here, it's a very good system, and you can add your language there. This one, I think you're just kind of stuck with what's on the screen, so there is quite a few already on, so I'm just scrolling through here, and you can stop it if you need to. There we go. So which one would I recommend between these two tools? Plain and simply, without any question, it would be this iCarsoft CR Max here. It offers more in the way of vehicle coverage, it offers more in the way of system functionality, and altogether it's a more pleasurable experience. It doubles up as a tablet as well, so you can also surf the internet. You could be diagnosing cars through the day and look on the internet at night time. And for £10 more, I just feel you're getting an altogether much better package. But that's just my opinion. Now, as I mentioned earlier, they are available at Diagnostic World. It's www.diagnostic-world.com. I will put the links to both of these kits in the description below the video, but please remember that fakes and clones do exist and they can damage your vehicle, so it's really worth going with a trusted seller like Diagnostic World, who will make sure that you get the genuine and official product. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video has helped.